Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer with this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. First off, we'll do bullet points. So there's a storm system right now, number one, moving through the west coast. That will then move into the interior, 2-5, 2-6. There's another storm behind it, 2-7, 2-8, 2-9. It's a larger storm, but it will take a more northerly track. So you've got some snow. Let's talk about the Pacific Northwest BC. You've got a little bit of snow out of this first storm, but the bigger snow, the bulk of the snow, has yet to come. And that's 2-6 into 2-7, 2-8 with the second storm system. So areas like Whistler, Blackcomb, Baker, Rainier, Stevens Pass, you're going to get a lot more snow out of the second storm, 2-6 into 2-7. In the northeast, you've got a couple of clippers, but I don't have any big snowfall accumulation in my forecast. So let's look at the spider chart. Odds of best snow next 5 to 7 days. More purple higher on the web equals a better chance of new snow. So that's all of Colorado. That's Utah. It's Wyoming. It's the Pacific Northwest. It's BC. It's interior BC. So all those areas, you can see it on the chart. They're higher. Aspen, Snowmass, Steamboat, Crested Butte, Telluride, Purgatory, Wolf Creek, Whistler, Blackcomb, Mount Baker, Stevens Pass, Jackson Hole. There's all higher on the web for the next 5 to 7 days. Northern Idaho. Let me just show you what the state of affairs is right now. This is water vapor, so oranges and reds represent drier air. So there's Storm 1, getting ready to make its dive down through the interior. And then Storm 2 is a little larger and it's sprawling, and it's going to take more of a northern track and lay heavier precip down in the Pacific Northwest and BC. That's 2-6 into 2-7, and then it will also roll down into the interior. The difference will be storm number 1 will have a bigger hit, and it's happening right now on the Sierra. The second storm will go a little further north and have less impact on California. All right, let me just show you what the pattern will be down the road. So this is the jet on 214. So one storm now hitting the west coast, another storm behind it. There is a third storm, potentially 213, 214. You can see the dip in the jet here, moving through the Rockies from the west coast into the interior. If this holds, this would be a third storm for the Rockies, for the west coast and the interior Rockies. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that one. Let me show you how this could play out. All right, so let me go to my forecast radar and satellite. Here's the morning of 2-6, storm coming through the Intermountain Rockies, and then we have to wait on the next one. Here it comes, hitting the Pacific Northwest pretty hard, 2-7, 2-8, and then it dives down 2-9 into the interior Rockies. But notice it was a little further north, very little influence, if any, on California. By 2-10, pretty quiet across the west. There's some internal ridging with high pressure, so we're waiting on the next storm, which would be probably 212, 213, 214 for most of the west. So there's a little bit of a drier period tucked in. All right, let's look at snow totals. Let's do this in different phases. So here is all of 2-6 through 214 for the west. A little bit of snow in California. The better snow is going to be in the Tetons, Big Sky, Colorado. And again, a lot of these totals come from two different storm systems. Again, one happening 2-5, 2-6, another one 2-6 and 2-7, 2-8, 2-9. So there's two different shots of snow, especially in Colorado. You're looking at the conglomerate, the addition of two different storm systems. Up in the Pacific Northwest, those 30 to 38 inch totals, those come 2-6 into 2-7. So there you go. And some nice blow-off snow into Revelstoke and Red Mountain as well. All right, here's phase 2. This is the northeast. Couple of clippers and then maybe a storm system on 214, but again, the numbers aren't all that big outside of Mount Washington, anywhere from 1 to 6 inches. Just not a lot in my forecast, holding out hope for a storm around 214. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in here. Always appreciate it. This is the On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Take care.